With the next-gen consoles almost upon us and everyone excited to throw their money at whatever vendor they need to secure one of these consoles, it might be worth taking stock of the price of what will really make these a solid investment, the games. In terms of the start of the current generation back in 2013, prices started to fluctuate and rise in the beginning as the generation started to find its feet. EA, and mostly Activision, really pushed as hard as they could, ramping up game prices that were normalizing around 1,000 Rand or so to 1,100 Rand. Other major publishers weren't so heartless and kept prices around 850 in the beginning, until over the 6 years games slowly normalized to 1,000 Rand across the board. Towards the end of the generation, in the final 2 years, prices started fluctuating again and different publishers started to raise their prices by $100-200. With this upcoming generation, there is probably an attempt to ease us into the idea of them replicating what they did with the current generation and applying it to this next generation. Based on the current listings of PS5 prices on Kudu and BT Games, we can see the standard price of 1,400 emerging. The Miles Morales game is only 100 Rand cheaper, which is strange since it's supposed to be a cheaper game, that being less than the $60 in the US, sort of in the same vein as Star Wars Squadrons or The Lost Legacy from Uncharted, and as such, it's supposed to be significantly more cheaper than just $100 off. Ubisoft seems to be going the route of 1,300 Rand for their significant titles of Far Cry 6 and the new Watch Dogs. 2K, surprisingly, is lowering NBA 2K to 1,250, which is curious enough considering all the microtransactions they're addicted to. Strangely enough, I couldn't find anything on FIFA. Maybe sports games are starting to shift? Sony's first-party launch titles are poised at that earlier mentioned 1,400 Rand mark, as these are the listed prices of Demon's Souls and Destruction All-Stars everywhere. In any case, if they do end up replicating the increasing prices they have shown before, and there's no reason not to think that since the consoles themselves are expensive on their own right, then the anchor price of 1,400 Rand will probably only stay for 2 to 3 years before the majority of games bought in this next generation will be around a nice whole, easily rounded number of 1,500 Rand. Being a gamer in South Africa ain't cheap, so the cost-cutting measures and tips remain the same. Pre-order for cheaper prices, make use of trade-ins, wait for sales on both games and services like PS Plus, and make use of any in-store discount you can find.